Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Phillies Baseball here on Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all having yourselves a fantastic afternoon. Phillies are going to be taking on the Toronto Bluejays to wrap up this three-game series out at the Rogers Center. Phillies are 37-24 and are hoping to get their 30th win of the season. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ, as we just mentioned before. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons. We do go live for every Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, as just mentioned in the trailer. And we will be going live tonight, of course, as well for NBA Finals Game 1. But Jesus Luzardo is going to be on the mound today for the Philadelphia Phillies, and his opponent is going to be Chris Bassitt. The Phillies did not score a lot of runs last night. To be honest, they only put up one run. And in the first game of the series, they did take Bowden Francis early. They pretty much hit the ball really well against him, and then the bats just went cold after his 1 2/3 of an inning, and the Phillies really have only put up a total of just 3 runs over their last 15 innings of work. So they're going to have to try to find a way to get the bats going today against Chris Bassitt, and Bassitt has been one of those pitchers that has actually had a lot of success against the Phillies. This year, he has a 5-3 record, as well as a 3.8 ERA. He's now 36 years old. Last time he pitched, he did give up 5 earned runs in 5 innings of work. But he's had a lot of success against the Phillies. He's a type of ground ball pitcher that has some really good stuff when he is on. But hopefully the Phillies can do a good job today against him. All right, let's get into the starting lineups. We'll do that right now. For the Philadelphia Phillies, we got Bryson Stott batting in the leadoff spot. Then it'll be Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Alec Bohm, Nick Castellanos, Max Kepler, Brandon Marsh, and Rafael Marchand as well. Again, it's Stott, it's Turner, it's Harper, Schwarber, Bohm, Castellanos, Kepler, Marsh, and Marchand. Just looked at the scoreboard. The Atlanta Braves were up 10-4 going into the top of the 9th, and the Arizona Diamondbacks have come all the way back and lead it 11-10 with still 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braves are 27-33, and they are also 17-13 at home. But when you take a look at the NL East standings, they currently stand 8 games behind the Phillies and 9.5 behind the New York Mets. Phillies come into today 1.5 games behind the Mets, and as we just mentioned, 8 games above the Washington Nationals. And 8.5 above. No, is it 8.5? I can't do the math. 9.5 above the Atlanta Braves. Braves are also 11 games behind the Mets. I forgot that the Nationals jumped them. So anyhow, We are getting ready to play some baseball, and we should be underway in just a few moments. Bassitt is on the mound right now as we speak. This will be his 13th start of the season. He's looking to go 6-3. He has 69 strikeouts. It is 66 innings of work, as well as 15 walks allowed as well. Blue Jays are in their white and blue uniforms. The text says Blue Jays across the chest. Bassitt has a sinker, a cutter, a curveball, a splitter, a four-seamer, a sweeper, and a slider. The sinker, the cutter, the curveball, and the splitter are his main 4 pitches, as well as the four-seamer, too. And then the sweeper and the slider are just added on. All right, let's put up the box score here. Let's get that up and running. There we go. All right, and we're ready to get underway. On the defensive side of the lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays, they have Tyler Heineman catching, and on the mound, it's Chris Bassitt, as we just mentioned. Over at first base, they got Vladdy Guerrero Jr. Second baseman is Davis Schneider. At third, it's Ernie Clement, and the shortstop is Bo Bichette. And in the outfield, you got Jonathan Clase in left. You got George Springer in right, and Miles Straw is centered in between the both of them. He is out in center field. Stott getting ready to come on up to the plate as he is being introduced as the leadoff hitter for the Phillies. Again, it's Stott, Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Bohm, Castellanos, Kepler, Marsh, and Marchand. No JT tonight after getting hit in the genitals in last night's game. Came in the bottom of the 9th inning when he was catching. So he has the afternoon off today. He's listed as day-to-day. First pitch. Here we go. It's in there for a called strike. Don't forget, today you can also vote for the MLB All-Stars. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. I will drop that link down below. I will do that right now. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And Bryson Stott goes down swinging. I will post that link down below. Where is it? So here's the link for the All-Star voting. It's right here. More than welcome to check that out. The pitch. That's taken on the upper third of the zone. It's for a called ball. Max Coverage TV is here. What's going on? Max. You know, we still haven't gotten the extra points yet. I guess that they're just slowly rolling out, like you said. 52 subs away from 6K, baby. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adrian Johnson is the home plate umpire. Then it's Quinn Wolcott over at first. Ramon De Jesus is the second base ump. And then Paul Clemens is at third. Bassitt on the hill for the Blue Jays. And the 1-1 pitch is taken down for ball 2. That's to Trey Turner. PJ says, thank you. I got you. Charles! What's up, Charles? Appreciate you for stopping by. Just stop by the show to show my support. You're the man. 2-1 pitch. This one's grounded back up the middle. Bichette picks it up, though, as he shuffles his feet. Throws it over to first. And there's out number 2. Can you believe that the Braves just choked what was a 10-4 lead? And now trail 11-10 as they're in the bottom of the 9th. They had a 10-4 lead going into the 9th inning. Here's Bryce Harper hitting .365 over his last 15 games. Has driven in 12 runs, has scored 9 runs, and has 7 extra base hits. Here's the pitch. It's a cutter. It's taken for strike 1. You're the man, Max. Drop that link down below. Guys, for all your Yankees needs, that's my guy. And he should be your guy, too. The ball's 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. And it's a cutter that's in there again for strike 2. Yeah, I got it randomly. Didn't notify me or anything. Then they emailed me like 5 days later. YouTube being weird. Yeah. I saw PAS got it. I saw BW got it. I'm like, did I do something wrong? Did I do that again? Or, no, sorry. Did I do that? I just totally messed that up. 0-2. Foul ball. Melanie! What's going on, Melanie? All right, so 2 outs, top of the first. Harper's up. Snowball's 2 strikes. Stott struck out swinging. And Trey Turner grounded out to Bichette. Bassitt gets set above the belt. Kicks. Fires. And it's high for a ball. Bassitt, of course, was a member of the New York Mets, so the Phillies definitely had some familiarity against him. There's the 1-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball. Harper just got a piece of it. It was going to bounce in the dirt. As it was with the Mets during the 2022 season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bassitt will get the signs from Kirk, and he fires the pitch, swing and a miss. And Bryce Harper strikes out on a curveball. That was outside. And the Phillies bats start off silent. We're going to the bottom of the first. No score out at the Rogers Center. The Braves lost. Again, choked a 10-4 lead going into the top of the 9th inning. Raisel Iglesias got the loss, and the Diamondbacks were able to get the dub. Charles says, you know your worth. You don't need others to validate you. Just focus on being the best that you can be. That is correct. Man, I thought I was going to die. I managed to get a Nintendo Switch 2. Wow. I saw the lines were so long out in New York. I did. The lines were so long a couple of days ago when they just released it. So, it's great. Have a good call, JJ. Thanks again for stopping by yesterday. Thank you for allowing us to stop by. Appreciate you, my guy. Folks, if you guys have an appreciation for really good broadcasting, for really good game calling, tell you, another guy that does it really, really well. I mean, there's a lot of people that do it really well. But Orioles Birdwatcher, my man. Should go check him out. Drop that link down below. You guys have an off day today, don't you? You do. Looks like you have an off. No, oh no. I lied. 3:40. 3:40 is when you guys are playing. 3:40. All right. JJ, is that a Family Matters reference? Just out of curiosity. You are correct. Bichette is going to lead it off. Jesus Luzardo is on the hill for Philadelphia. And Luzardo, the lefty, comes set and fires and throws a strike. It's at the knees. It's buggy anyways. People have the same amount of extra points, of XP points. People who donate will have the same amount of XP as those who don't, so I don't know if it's working correctly. We'll see. We'll see. We'll test it. 2-1 pitch. There's a line drive, base hit out towards center field, and Bichette's going to get on with a leadoff single. Start off the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Vladdy Guerrero Jr. So it's Bichette, Guerrero, Springer, Kirk, Clement, Schneider, Straw, Clase, and Hyman. As the starting lineup today for the Toronto Blue Jays. Clement is back in the lineup today, playing over at third base. He had the day off yesterday. Well, he didn't start. First pitch, and that's taken down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the windup and the pitch. It's in there for strike 1. Listening and roasting a pig at Chester Valley Golf Club. Keep up the good job. Thank you so much, John. Appreciate you. 1 ball, 1 strike. Luzardo comes set and delivers. And it's down and in. No score. We're in the bottom of the first. Stott struck out swinging. And then Turner grounded out to short. And Harper struck out swinging as well against Chris Bassitt. Bichette leads off over at first. 2-1 delivery. Big swing and a miss on a nice changeup by Jesus Luzardo. Next, drop that link down below. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Luzardo has his goggles on. Also has a different hairstyle. 2-2 pitch. This one's flied out over towards right field. Castellanos has to come jogging on in. Stops, waits for it, and catches it for out number 1. Luzardo has a 4-seamer, a sweeper, a changeup, a sinker, and a slider. 4-seamer, well, that's pretty much his A pitch. Batters are hitting .330 against it, but against the sweeper, it's .219. Here's the windup in the pitch. That's taken on the inside corner for a strike. Luzardo now has cornrows. He said, according to Matt Gelb, this is what happens when you give up 12 runs. Switching the mojo. Here's the pitch to Springer. This one's flied out towards left field. And the catch will be made by Kepler. There's out number 2. Harper's at first. Stott's at second. Turner's at short. Bohm's at third. Catching again is Rafael Marchand. JT is listed as day-to-day after getting hit in the genitals in last night's 9th inning. Pitch to Kirk. That's taken for a strike. In left field, it's Kepler. Center fielder is Marsh. And the right fielder is Castellanos. 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Bichette still over at first. 0-1 to Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a miss. Kirk had the walk-off hit in last night's game. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Romano did get the loss. And if you want to vote for the All-Stars, here they are. Right here. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Jesus Luzardo able to get out of the inning. Just allowed a single to Bo Bichette. And that's all she wrote. We'll go to the top of the second. No score. Okay. Good stuff. 114 people watching. Hit the thumbs up button. And hit that subscribe button as well. Yeah. I'm trying to look and see if there's any news. Aaron Rodgers has informed the Steelers that he will fly to Pittsburgh on Friday and sign a one-year deal with the team, according to ESPN and Adam Schefter. Sign a one-year deal with the team prior to next week's minicamp. That is like the worst held secret I've ever heard. That was even worse than Jimmy Butler going to the Golden State Warriors. We all knew it was going to happen. We're here, baby. We're here. Cascos. What's going on? We're here. Going to Pittsburgh tomorrow. Ooh. What's in Pittsburgh? Family? Friends? Vacation? Pirates? I don't know. I was just spitballing. Wow. All right. We are going to the top of the second inning. Folks, what are your final score predictions? Let us know down below. What are your final score predictions of this ball game? The pitch. There's a ground ball. It's hit back up the middle, and the shortstop has it and throws it over to first. And there's out number one. That was Kyle Schwarber. That was up. James Harden's the best sixer of all time. Yeah. Yeah. Next question. Oh, Bohm is up. The pitch. That's outside. Phillies wins are in Pittsburgh. Ah! Aha! Is that who they play? That's right. How could I forget? 1-0 pitch. Nets taken down for ball two. How could I forget? They still haven't decided on who's going to pitch tomorrow. They got Ranger going on Saturday against Andrew Heaney. And then you got Sanchez against Skeens on Sunday. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Bohm. He'll ground this one sharply over towards third base. Clement has it on a bounce and throws it over to first. There's 2 up, 2 down. Yeah, and ahead in the count 2-0. Just not being able to drive the ball. Speaking of drive the ball, though, Castellanos was able to drive one out of the yard. That was in last night's game. He went to right center field. That was in the second inning. 2 away, top of the second. And the pitch to Casti. He'll get this one off the end of the bat, and he'll bloop in there for a base hit. It goes over towards the right field line. And so, Castellanos will jog on over to second base. The throw is not in time, and he gets in with a stand-up double. Put the ball in play, and good things happen, and that's what happened to Nick Castellanos. Just was able to get it off the end of the bat. It looked like it was a fastball. He was just able to tail out towards that right field line, and then it bounced and hit the backstop over in right field. And Castellanos looked over at Bassitt and said, well, what can I say? I got on. It's the 15th double of the season for Nick. And now Max Kepler is coming up to the plate. John says, I'm going to go with a 5-2 Phillies score. Thomas Patterson. What's up, Thomas? Says, I'm going to go 4-2. Very nice. The pitch. That's taken outside for a ball. Bassitt already with 19 pitches in 1 2/3. Max Kepler just hitting a $149 with runners in scoring position. And he takes the 1-0 way up high for ball 2. We need 2 more subs for us to get to 59-50. Jason says I'm going to go 3-1 Phillies win. Ooh. Sounds good. The 2-0 pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out over towards right field. It's going to stay in the ballpark, though, and Springer is there in front of the track. He'll make the catch. And we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. And the bottom of the 2nd coming up. You know what bugs me? What really bugs me is that there were 2 at-bats that the Phillies had in that inning where the batters were ahead in the count 2-0. And they just gave away an at-bat. It's like they go back to their old ways. It really is. You're ahead in the count 2-0. How about make this guy throw pitches? Just saying. It's just frustrating. Rodgers signed with the Steelers. I know, that was like the worst kept secret of all time. It really was. Oh. Yeah, you know, there was something else I was going to say. And I lost the train of thought. Don't we love that? Now my eye's burning. Well, it's not burning, but there's a little sting to it. What's up, David? Larry says Rodgers won't beat out Mason Rudolph. It's funny. It is like the worst kept secret. Phillies offense was like that during NLCS against the Diamondbacks. Not the first 2 games. But from games 3 to game 7, you're right. I remember our batters were just swinging at pitches that were way out of the strike zone. Yeah. They just haven't been the same since. What happened after game 2? What happened to my Phillies after game 2 of the NLCS? It's like that they've had this bug for almost, it's going into what, the 2nd year of it? The ball is 1 strike. Luzardo comes set and throws a changeup. That's outside. Counts 1-1. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. This one's popped up over towards right field. Does Castellanos have room? He does, and he'll make the catch over by the line. Ernie Clement flies out to right. And Davis Schneider is coming up. Got it just in foul territory. What's up, JJ? How you doing? Phillies win with a major victory, 9-2. I love the optimism, AJP. Here's Davis, and he swings and misses at the four-seamer. He was late. Schneider just hitting a .190 in 12 games. He's slugging .333. Has 1 homer and 2 RBI, including the home run in the first game of the series. The pitch. It's taken up high. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Excuse. 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Kepler can't field it properly, but nonetheless, it doesn't go too far away from him, and Davis Schneider's going to be held for a single. The ball bounced in front of Kepler, and as he tried to play it on a hop, the ball bounced just above his waist, and he just could not get the glove, couldn't get the ball in the glove. It just didn't bounce right into the glove. It deflected off of the heel of the glove, and it went over towards his left side. But nonetheless, a runner stays put. Pitch to Straw. There's a line drive, base hit out to right center field. Davis Schneider is running for his life as he rounds third. He'll come on in to score. The throw is not in time. It's a gapper. It's an RBI double hit by Miles Straw, and the Jays have a 1-0 lead on an RBI double by Miles Straw. a mistake. It was a fastball right down the pike. And Straw made very good contact with the ball. Was able to rip it out towards right center. New headline, stealed the bank. Frogers convicted. I like that. I like that a lot. AJP says lots of laughs and giggles last night. Oh, that's how you get by, right? The team only puts up one run. You gotta laugh. You gotta make it entertaining. The pitch. That's taken in now. It's a 1-1 count to Jonathan Classe. Never heard it spelled that way. 1-1. Foul ball. Look at this guy addressing everybody. Love it. 1-2 pitch. And Luzardo throws it outside. 1-0 Blue Jays thanks to an RBI double by Miles Straw. That would get Davis Schneider to score all the way from first. 2-2 pitch. Outside and high for ball 3. Hyman's up next. He's batting .396. He has 1 homer and 6 RBI. Luzardo again gets the signs from Marchand. Looks back at second. Now back to the plate in the pitch. This one's going to be grounded over towards shortstop. It's backhanded by Turner. He has to fire it over to first, and he does. And out number 2 is recorded. Straw does stay put at second, by the way. Phillies money line coming on into today was at -118, according to FanDuel. And after this, they go to PNC Park and play a weekend series against the Pirates. The pitch to Hyman, and it's outside. Blue Jays are 32-29. They're behind the Yankees in the AL East standings. Next pitch, and the count's now 1-1. Red batting gloves for Hyman, as well as red and black bats. The pitch on the way, line drive, base hit out towards left center field. Another run's going to come on in the score. And another RBI double as Tyler Hyman comes through. And Straw scores. It's 2-0 Toronto. Looked like it was the same pitch that Straw got. He was able to launch out towards right center. This time it was a little bit more towards the knees. It wasn't out as far as the pitch to Straw was, but it was the same type of pitch. It was a four-seamer. And now Bo Bichette's coming up. Pitch to Bo, fly ball hit out towards right center field. That's going back over towards the track, and it is gone. And the Blue Jays had put up a 4-spot here in the bottom of the second inning on a 2-run missile by Bo Bichette. They just doubled their lead. They are jumping all over Jesus Luzardo. Guess that the cornrows aren't working. That time he threw a sweeper that absolutely missed its spots. Vladdy Guerrero Jr.'s up, and the pitch is taken down for a ball. Please make sure that you guys like and subscribe if you guys are on your way out. It's just respectful. I would appreciate it. The 1-0 pitch from Luzardo, and there's another fly ball hit out towards left field. Thank goodness Kepler's there, and I'll make the catch. That thing was scolded right at Max. It was a bullet, for sure. All right, and so we go to the top of the third inning. The Toronto Blue Jays score not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 runs. I love this team, says AJP, but I hate seeing them fail, and one day these failures will bring us to the promised land again, and we'll win a World Series. I'm with you there. No matter how bad this team gets, they will always still have my support. I may not always agree with certain things, but guess what? They're still a part of Philadelphia sports, and I support them. And this is the team that got me into baseball, that got me into sports in general. And so I have the longest love for them. So I understand. I read rumors that Piener will be brought up after the All-Star break, says Quan. Yeah, that seems to have been the timeline all along. That seemed to have been what the plan was for the Phillies since the very beginning of the season. And they're on schedule for that. Marchand, and Stott are coming up. That means 8, 9, and 1 are due up in the batting order. In case you guys are keeping score. And if you're following along. Chris Bassitt's going to pitch for the third inning today. All he's given up is just a double to Castellanos, and it was a bloop double. Top of the third, Bassitt with 21 pitches in 2 innings. And he gets set and delivers. Marsh shows bunt, takes it back, but it's in there for a called strike. Who remembers last year when Jazz Chisholm hit a home run at Citizens Bank, someone else's bat at the bank? That game sucked. Yeah. 0-1 pitch. That's up high for a ball. I think that was the game that Zach Wheeler pitched. That was when he was on the Yankees. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brandon Marsh. Hitting just .219 this year in the 1-1 swing and a miss. He had a big mistake out in center field last night. They scored it as an RBI triple from Bo Bichette. As he tried to make a sliding catch in the alleyway, the ball just bounced right off of his glove. One-two pitch. That's taken outside and low for ball 2. Maybe you never heard of his bro, who is one of the best closers in baseball, Class A for the Guardians. Appreciate you, Jack. Got a $5 super chat. 2-2 pitch. That's up high for ball 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard of that guy. He's one of the best closers, if not the best in all of baseball. Yeah. I think I've heard of him. Appreciate you. 3-2. That misses inside for ball 4. And Brandon Marsh gets on with a leadoff walk. Here comes Rafael Marchand. Phillies have a base runner, folks. They do. They have a base runner. Trade Ranger and Luzardo for a center fielder and a reliever, says Larry. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, folks. These fans better not go nowhere. It's early. Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely right, Max. I'm a little bit behind on chat. I do apologize. Here's Rafael Marchand. Batting on the left side. He's a switch-hitting catcher. The pitch on the way, and, well, it's up high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The windup and the next pitch. It's on the outside edge for a strike. We got 1 subscriber. Let's go. Quan, why are you asking me? Jack, you run the team, don't you? Last time I checked, you're an insider for me. 1-1 pitch. That's taken at the knees for strike 2. It's all good. Raymond's here. Hola, JJ and Scott. Hello, Raymond. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bassitt comes set and delivers. And it's a foul ball over towards the first base side. The Royals are playing a doubleheader out in St. Louis and currently lead game 1 by a score of 3-2. They're in the top of the 8th. Bassitt's going to reset here. Marsh is over at first, and Bassitt will take a step off the rubber. Good things happen when the leadoff man is aboard. That's right. Bassitt is 4-0 against the Phillies. We said before that he's had a lot of success against them, going back to when he was on the Mets. 1-2 pitch. It's upstairs. ERA is just at a 2.36 against the Phillies. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bryson Stott is in the on-deck circle. Marsh is over at first. 2-2 pitch. And it's taken down for ball 3. Happy Thursday, everybody. Stott struck out swinging to start off the ball game. Marchand's in the box, though, and the 3-2 pitch. This one's going to be grounded over towards third base. They won't have a throw over to second, but Clement instead picks it up, throws it over to first. It's in time. Pitch looked like it was outside. Rafael Marchand just sort of stabbed at it. There's 1 out. Scott says it's a very happy Friday morning. 5:45 a.m. in Sydney. My guy does anything to watch his Phillies. He just does. It's called dedication. Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Guys, we're not trying to deal with that either. I'm with you. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Stott. This one's popped up over towards the middle infield. Bichette gets under it, drifts towards his left side, and makes the catch. And 2 away. Stott not happy with himself. Pitch was right down the middle, too. I'm telling you, it's, for some reason, the Phillies just struggle against guys that are just ground ball pitchers that throw a lot of off-speed stuff. 2 outs, top of the 3rd. Pitch to Trey Turner. Swing and a miss. Got a sweeper that was a little bit below the zone, and he guessed. The ball is 1 strike. The windup and the next pitch to Turner. Fly ball hit out over towards deep right field. That's going back over towards the track, and Springer just has enough room and makes the catch in front of the Rogers Center sign. Turner says, darn it. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 4-0 Toronto. All right. Appreciate you all for tuning on in. Orioles and Mariners just got started. They're in the top of the first. Let's take a look at some of the out-of-town scores. A lot of afternoon games today. We got the Minnesota Twins. They are out in Sacramento taking on the Athletics. They're in the bottom of the first. The Athletics have runners at first and second with nobody out. No score. Padres and Giants just getting underway. That game just started. It's in the top of the first. One out. Nobody on. Mets will be playing the Dodgers a little bit later on in about less than a half hour. That'll be the wrap up their series out at Dodger Stadium. And then tonight, well, actually, let's make sure that we say this. The Braves had a 10-4 lead going into the ninth inning against the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks came back and beat them 11-10. So that's the only final score that we have. Astros will be playing against the Pittsburgh Pirates. It'll be at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Yankees are hosting the Guardians. Go check out Max Coverage TV. It'll be at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll have you for the pregame show. Rangers are out in Tampa, Florida. And the game will be at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Jack Leiter's going to pitch against Ryan Pepio. The Cubs play the Nationals at 6:45. Then, of course, we got Game 2 of the Royals-Cardinals doubleheader. That'll be at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time as well. Here's the pitch. And it's to George Springer. And he fouls it off at the knob of the bat. Thanks for having me. And, of course, the Phillies come into this game ill-prepared. Gotcha. 0-1 pitch. It's a changeup that's at the knees for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. And it's taken in the dirt for a ball. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Luzardo gets set and delivers and gets the call for a strike 3. It was a slider, looked a little bit down, and George Springer has some words with Adrian Johnson. There's a strikeout for Luzardo. It's a good pitch, and a good job by Marchand to frame that. Here's the pitch to Kirk. There's a ground ball past the dive of Stott out towards right center field for a base hit, and Alejandro Kirk just continues to hit against the Phillies. Just off the barrel of the bat. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fly ball, hit out towards left field. It's just foul. There's not a lot of room down that left field line. It's maybe about a foot, maybe 2 feet between the wall and foul territory out towards that left field corner. 0-1 pitch. Fouled away again. Here's the 0-2 delivery. That's outside for ball 1. Bottom 3 in our order is just a giant black hole where offensive production goes to die, says Larry. 1-2 pitch. It's down for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Luzardo comes set and delivers. This one's going to be hit out towards the left center field gap for a base hit. And Kepler's going to cut it off. Alejandro Kirk is going to go over to third nonetheless, as the throw is cut off by Trey Turner. And it's another double allowed by Luzardo. That's the third double that he has allowed today. Just does not have his stuff. Everything is flat. And here comes Davis Schneider, who had a single his last time up, and he takes inside for ball 1. Kirk, Clement, Schneider, and Straw each have a hit against Luzardo. 1-0 pitch. Down again for ball 2. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, folks. I feel like he has to be tipping his pitches. He has to be. 2-0 pitch. And that is taken for a strike. He has to be tipping his pitches. There's no way. Schneider's 0 for 6 against Luzardo. Heading on into today. The pitch is taken for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The windup, the pitch. Fouled off again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We need 51 more subs for us to get to 6K. Let's go, baby. We have 125 people on here watching. Let's get to 125 likes. None of the Phillies have sucked, but every like counts. 2-2 delivery, and Schneider gets a piece of it again and stays alive. Two again. High and away for ball 3. Have my numbers wrong. 15-4 Jays. Gosh. 3-2 pitch. Upstairs again, and that's going to load the bases. I mean, here's an idea. How about you go out there and talk to him, Caleb? Haven't seen one mound visit. There he is. There he is. There he goes. Good job. There you go. There you go. What a joke. Miles Straw's coming up. Again, 4-0 Toronto. With 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Crazy. What a joke. What's up, Katie? How are you? It's about time. Mr. Dino's here. What's going on? Yeah. Now Caleb's going back to the dugout. Anyone warming up? Larry, I think you know the answer. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd. Straw's up, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Straw has no grand slams during his career. 0-1 pitch, line drive, base hit out to right field. This will at least bring home Kirk. The throw's going to be drawn towards the plate. Another run's on the score. It's a 2-run single by Miles Straw, and it's now 6-0 Toronto. Just right off the end of the bat. 7 hits for the Jays, making now 8. And just 2 1/3. One out here in the bottom of the third. The pitch is inside. Fake throw over to second. As Straw swipes second base. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Class A's up. And the pitch is down and in. It's 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0, swing and a miss. Got him to chase after a sweeper. I'm going to take off the hat. That doesn't seem to be working right now. 2-1 delivery. It's inside. Counts now 3-1. Three-one pitch outside for ball 4, and the bases are reloaded. Springer struck out looking. Caleb Cotham now is on the phone. Somebody's going to get warmed up. So Springer struck out looking. Kirk got on with a single. Clement doubled. Davis walked. Straw had a 2-run single. And Clase has walked. Bases are juiced. And Tower Heineman's up. And timeout taken. As Rafael Marchand wants to jog out there to talk to Luzardo. Nas Lazar's warming up in the bullpen already. I hear you. I hear you. The pitch. Foul ball. Everybody's over with the bases loaded, but seems like Straw got his first hit of the season with bases loaded. The pitch. It's up high for a ball. How come that can't happen to the Phillies? Don't know. One-to-one delivery. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire couldn't tell. They say no, he did not. They cut so quickly. To one pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow left field. On the run is Turner, and he can't make the catch. And another couple of runs are going to score. He just turned around, couldn't make the basket catch, and this is getting ugly. Somebody, please, get us a defensive shortstop, for crying out loud. Oh, my gosh. Easy play, popped up, hit out towards shallow left field. Turner looked back, and it just bounced off of his glove as he tried to make an over-the-shoulder basket catch. And he couldn't do so. He had a long time, plenty of time to catch that. And the Phillies defense just continues to be a problem. And Rob is going to make a move. That's going to be it for Jesus Luzardo. If that's not scored in E6, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. They call it a single to left. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. That's not a single. That is not a single. What world are we living in? Oh my gosh. Pitch and change, and that's it for Luzardo. Oh gosh. Unreal. Defense can't back up anything. Luzardo's going to pitch. Still bottom of the third with 1 out. How in the world is that ruled a 2-run single? How? 8-0 Jays. An absolute meltdown for the Philadelphia Phillies. Bichette's up. 1 out, bottom of the third. And the pitch is up high for a ball. It's literally hit and win or do nothing, and they lose. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. I'm tired of watching Trey at short. Tired of it. 1-1. Strike 2. Bichette's 2 for 2. Luzardo comes sit at the letters, kicks, delivers, and it's outside for ball 2. This is getting ugly. Here's the pitch to Bo. Foul ball. Drunk Phillies fan says that the Phillies should give away a blindfold and earplugs as their next giveaway. 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is outside and low for ball 3. Is anybody else mad at Trey? I mean, I guess I said it before. He is who he is. Three-two pitch, foul ball. Everyone's talking about Luzardo in his outing, but how does Trey not catch that? How does he not catch that? Three-two pitch. Ground ball, hot shotted over to second base. The throw to shortstop. There's one. The throw to first. And finally, the Phillies get out of the inning with a 4-6-3 double play. It was hit right at Bryson Stott. All right. We're going to the top of the fourth. It's 8-0 Toronto. That ball was Kepler's. Got to call Trey off with a guy tagging from third. Kepler's too slow. I don't care, though. I don't care. Regardless if he's slow or not, sure, that's on Max. But guess what? He called him off. That's his ball. He has to catch that. He has to catch it. I don't care what goes on. That's his. Even though you're right, yes, Kepler has to get to that ball. Make the catch. Did you make the catch or not? That's what it comes down to. He was right there. He was right there, and it just bounced out of his glove. I'm with you, and I understand what you're saying, but he has to catch that. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. We're going to the top of the fourth. Jack, I forgot to say thanks so much for the $5 super chat. I don't usually lose my cool, but I did there. Here's Bryce Harper. First pitch, it's popped up. It's a foul ball, and it'll find the seats. Oh, and 1 is the count to Bryce. Bassitt comes set and fires. There's a ground ball hit sharply over towards third base. Clement picks it up, throws it over to first. It's in time. There's 1 out. I don't care if he was slow to the ball or not. Yeah, I do care about that. He should have ran faster. I'm with you there. But Turner was right there, and he has to catch it. All this pitch track stuff, all this pitch comm devices and all these things that are supposed to be used for better communication. How's that working? How's that working? The ball is 1 strike. The pitch to Schwarber. Foul ball. Our secret says a dysfunctional clubhouse robs approach complacency after 5 years. It's not so much of a talent issue. Is it? 0-2 pitch, he went around. The pitch was high. Schwarber goes down swinging. There's 2 away. Oy, oy. When the Phillies bat their inning like last 1 minute and they out, when their opponents bat, it's like 20 minutes. The pitch is taken for a ball to Alec Bohm. It's 1 ball, no strikes. We'll get to all of your frustrations, and we will vent during post-game show. 1-0 pitch. It's taken inside for ball 2. I'm going to go off during the post-game show. Two balls, no strikes. To Alec Bohm. The pitch to Bohm. Foul ball. But Jack, do you agree with me that he still has to catch the ball? Do you still agree with me on that? 2-1. Fouled away. Jack says no. Why? The ball literally bounced out of his glove. He was right there. 2-2. Foul ball. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is taken down for ball 3. Luzardo is the first Phillies pitcher to allow 20 earned runs in a 2-start span since Cloud Willoughby in 1930. 3-2 pitch. It's up high for ball 4. There's a 2-out walk. Here comes Nick Castellanos. John says, whose fault is it? It's Topper's. Yeah, you'll hear a good epic rant from JJ. Pitch is taken for a ball. One-zero pitch. Foul ball. After blowing a 6-run lead in the 9th, the Braves are calling up Craig Kimbrell from AAA. Anthony DeGrazio says Turner needs another standing ovation or two. 1-1. Line drive, base hit out to right field. Bohm stops at second. There's runners on at first and second. The angle of his body with his back to the infield makes it iffy. He's a major leaguer. He has to catch that. It was literally right there. He was right there. That's the same thing. Well, it's not the same thing that Brandon Marsh dealt with, but I'm just saying that the ball bounced out of his glove. He has to catch it. And again, you're right about Max Kepler. He has to be quicker. He has to communicate. But guess what? You dropped the ball. Who would I start? I don't even know. I don't even know at this point. Here comes Kepler. The pitch on the way, and it's taken way outside for a ball. Last time I checked, Trey Turner's not an outfielder. 1-0. That's taken way outside for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Phillies are 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. The Blue Jays are 4 for 6. The 2-0 delivery, it's outside for ball 3. Fire the whole team, bring up the entire AAA team. It's crazy. You will hear a nice rant after this game. 3-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike. This team is schizophrenic. Build the team around Billy Ball analytics. Well, that's how they're built. It's exactly how they're built right now. 3-1 pitch to Kepler. There's a fly ball. It's hit out over towards left field. It's carrying. It's going back over towards the warning track, and the catch will be made for out number 3. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. 8-0 Jays. Bareback, don't go anywhere. Folks, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We appreciate you all for being on here. 8-0 Toronto as the score. Folks are talking about firing Rob. Tell you what, I don't even think that that's enough. At this point, I don't even think that that's enough. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is up, and he takes a curveball. It's in there for a strike. That's not even enough because who you bringing in? Pitch is down in the way for a ball. We saw Calitri take over a game the other day, and he looked like an absolute shell of himself. 1-1 pitch, fly ball hit out towards deep center field. This will stay in the ballpark, and the catch will be made in front of the warning track. Calitri looked so bad when he took over as interim manager for the one game. I know that that was just one game, but my gosh. Do we really trust that they're going to bring in the next, the correct manager? And even still, how do you fix Trey Turner's defense? How do you fix Max Kepler's defense? The ball is one strike. The windup and the next pitch. That's in the dirt for a ball. Springer is lined out, and he is struck out. The 1-1 pitch. Popped up over towards shallow right field. Stott's there. Calls off Castellanos and makes the catch for the second out. Topper's asleep at the wheel. This is Jack. Who would be your candidate to bring in as new manager for the Philadelphia Phillies? Pitch is taken outside for a ball. Brainstorm. Don't forget to like and subscribe. 1-0 pitch. And it's in the dirt for ball 2. We only have 84 likes. Come on, folks. Let's go. 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Two one, ground ball, and Stott, can't make the slide and stop there. The ball bounced out of his glove. And another mistake by the Phillies defense. Makes that play all the time, too. Tried to slide towards his right side up the middle. The ball just bounced out of his glove. Here's Ernie Clement. And he gets a ball that's a little bit down. Appreciate that, Otto. 1-0 pitch. It's in there for a strike. They're going to roll that as an infield single, of course. 1-1 pitch. It's in there for strike 2. Klon says, when it rains, it pours. That's what this team is doing to us today. Just all around ugly. They need to flush it down and move on. 1-2 pitch. This one's going to be grounded over towards third base, and everybody's going to be safe. It was a slow roller. Hit over towards third. That's going to put runners on at first and second. Pete Alonso now has 3 home runs in his last 3 games. Just hit a home run. The pitch. That's taken for a ball. This is low energy mood. Where are all the rally time sound effects? Well, when they're down 8-0, I don't really think that we're rallying. Plus, they're not up. Pitch is taken outside for a ball. Two-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Where's all the sound effects? They're not here right now. Can I take a message? The score says it's 8-0 Toronto. Luzardo comes set and delivers. Throws a cutter. It's in there for strike 2. Momentum is a funny thing. You're right. And I knew that you were being sarcastic. I knew you were. What's up, BW? Luzardo comes set and deals the pitch. Swing and a miss. We're going to the top of the 5th. It's 8-0 Toronto. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right. Jack says that Juan Samuel should be the coach. Yeah, well, he hasn't coached since 2010. That was his only coaching job, and that was with the that was his only managing job, and that was with the Baltimore Orioles. So, I mean, I don't know. Doesn't have a lot of managing experience, and I don't think that we want that on a team that has championship aspirations. That's just me, but I was joking about me. I wouldn't actually be a candidate, obviously. 0-1. That's in there for a strike to Brandon Marsh. No balls, 2 strikes. Stay on for this rant, please. After the game is done. 0-2 pitch. This one's going to be grounded over towards the in front of home plate. And Kirk takes off the mask, or Hyman takes off the mask, fires it over to first, and there's out number 1. This team has no heart. What happened to all the energy? Why don't you play the sound effects? I wasn't mocking BW. I know that he was joking, but some people have said that, and they're, I don't know. All right, come on, Raphael. Let's go. Marchand today 0 for 1. Pitch to Marchand. Popped up. Hit over towards third base. Clement's there. He'll make the catch. It's okay. We'll get him next time. That's okay. We'll get him next time. 2 outs, top of the 5th. It's okay. Here's Bryson Stott. Wes Wilson was catching behind the plate today during warm-ups. The pitch is taken down the outside corner. Jack, you're having a hard time with autocorrect today, I see. Taiwan Walker's warming up in the bullpen. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 2. Maybe some new sound effects for Phil's airs and Nola's home or something to entertain us, since this seems to be the norm. Well, can't really download too many more sound effects because they won't all fit on my soundboard. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. It's 8-0 Toronto. It's hard when a team is losing. I mean, the sound effects, are they really going to make a difference? Sometimes they will, but they don't really make much of a difference. People are still going to tune out anyways. I mean, it all depends on if the team is winning. That's what people care about at the end of the day. Our Seeker says, any stars from Japan worth paying? Not that I know of. Haven't really been following. Hey, I will tell you this, though. Go vote for the All-Stars. This might be bad timing, but you know what? There it is, right there. Bench Stott. Jack, they got to bench more than just Stotts. Okay, like, we got to bench Trey. We got to bench Bryce. Like, it's not just a one-size-fits-all. It's not just a one-size-fits-all. Come on. I'm still listening, but it's hard to enjoy this team getting whipped. Yeah, it is. It is. Absolutely, it's hard. And to see them just be, it's not even just that they're getting whipped. They're not showing any signs of life. None. 2 hits. 2 hits in 5 innings. They did not even come to play. Taiwan Walker's going to pitch. Again, bottom of the 5th, 8-0 Blue Jays. Walker has a 3.53 ERA and 43 1/3 of an inning. 39 strikeouts as well, and 17 walks allowed. Here's the pitch to Straw, and it's outside for a ball. Straw today 2 for 2 with a double, a single, 2 runs scored, and 3 RBI. The 1-0 pitch. He'll get the call there, Taiwan Walker. It's in there for a strike. One, that's down for ball 2. I would never give up, not even in the bottom of the 9th, down by 1 with 3 outs. We can come back, says Shibby. I love the attitude, man. I wish I had it. Yeah, it feels like the players are quitting. I can forgive losing badly, but lack of energy and care grips me. Absolutely. Absolutely. 3-1. It's in there for strike 2. Look at our viewers right now. We're at 93 people. Do you think that, we got up to 200. We got up to 200 by this time during last week. Who wants to tune in? 3-2 pitch and a called strike 3 at the knees. We're in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. Who would be considered the weak links of this team? It's a loaded question because it's not a straight answer. There's a lot of weak links. And I guess that when you really focus on the core of it, Rob and Dave are up there. I'm usually not quick to point the finger, but it just seems like we've just had the same approach over the last 3 years. The same philosophies. And now we're stuck. 2-0, swing and a miss. We just got to get lucky. I will never forget when Dave Dombrowski said that. We just got to get lucky. 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm still here, brother. Anthony, you're the man. Class A is up. And the 2-2 pitch just barely misses inside for ball 3. I'll still tune in because JJ is here providing us content. We are loyal to this team to a fault. Absolutely. 3-2 foul ball. Walker's pitching now for the Phillies. Jesus Luzardo had a terrible day today. 2 bad outings in a row for Luzardo. Couldn't also get help from his defense. 3-2. Fly ball hit out towards left center field. On the run is Marsh, and he's there to make the catch, and there's out number 2. Does a trade deadline even solve everything for this team? Agree, that's clubhouse dysfunction. It is. It's topsy-turvy. The pitch on the way, foul ball. Even if the Phillies just got a closer and an outfielder, that doesn't fix everything. It just doesn't. It doesn't fix everything. They could bring up Crawford and Otto, and it still wouldn't fix everything. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball. It's it out over towards straightaway center field. Marsh is there. I'll make the catch. And there's out number 3. Going to the top of the 6th. It's 8-0 Bluejays. You will hear an epic rant after this. And also, by the way, for those of you that are still tuning on in, I am going to be giving away memberships because you guys are awesome. And I really do appreciate you guys. Because, you know, you need you need to be rewarded for this. You just do. You do. So, we're sending out 5 memberships right now for you guys. Because you guys are awesome. Mike, Ron, King Balmer, CeeLo, and Michael, congratulations. You guys all deserve it. You do. You do. I may not be able to refund you your time, but I still wanted to gift you guys something because after a game like this, and there's still time left to go, obviously. And maybe, who knows, like maybe we might see a comeback or something, but you guys do deserve something to be compensated, I believe. I mean, we're paying Turner to be a top 5 shortstop, and he's not even close to that. Come on, he's not even top 10. Marsh and Rojas are platoons, has shown its run, of course. Shown its run, its course. JT regressed badly. Boma's not stepped up. Stott's been streaky. The Stars have been streaky. And you're putting so much pressure on your starting pitchers when your bullpen is just so limited. Appreciate you, JJ. Rain, sleet, or snow, JJ trained to go. Appreciate you guys. Here's a positive. Castellanos has been doing great. You guys are awesome. Melanie says we appreciate you. We're all in this dumpster fire together. And that's the beauty of this, right? I mean, it's not great to be in a dumpster fire. I've never been in one, thank God, but nor do I plan on being in one, literally. But, yeah, we support each other no matter what. First pitch to Trey, swing and a miss. 0-1, it's taken down for a ball. Harper waits in the on-deck circle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bassitt comes set and delivers in the pitch to Turner. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field on the run is the center fielder. He can't make the catch. It hits off the top of the wall. Turner's going to go on over to second base, and he gets on with a double. Turner has actually, offensively speaking, he has been hitting the ball better, I have to say. The defense still continues to be a huge problem, but Turner offensively, he has been hitting the ball better. I kind of have to give him that. First 2 at-bats didn't look good, but... And now Bryce Harper's up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate whoever just subscribed. Thank you so, so much. If you guys want to gift memberships, you're more than welcome to do so. Harper's in the box. The pitch. It's a low and outside for a ball. Turner padding his stats. Yeah, that's... I'm with you. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bryce. It's outside for ball 2. I'm usually so good without losing my cool. I'm usually good at that. Larry, is this the first time I ever lost my cool doing a Phillies game? 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch to Bryce, swing and a miss. Now, why on earth would you swing after a pitch? You're ahead in the count, 2-0. He's throwing you junk. And he throws you another pitch that's not a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. 2-1 pitch on the way, and that's outside, and that could have been ball 4. But instead it's ball 3. That's a 3-1 count. We're in second. We're 1.5 games behind the Mets. About to be 2.5 potentially if the Mets win and if the Phillies lose today. 3-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. The count is full to Harper. Can he get on here? 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Bryce Harper is down on strikes. There we go. I don't think I've seen you this discouraged, JJ. Takes a lot. It does. 1 out, top of the 6th. And Kyle Schwarber is up to bat. Here's the pitch. It's way up high for a ball. Klon says, I haven't seen you upset like this, but I think you're just getting tilted because we all know this team can be better. Yeah, this is just like a total meltdown. I think it's just a, build up frustration. 1-0 pitch to Kyle. Line drive, base it out to right field. Trey Turner's rounding third. He'll try to come on in to score. The throw's cut off by the second baseman. And Schwarber gets an RBI single and cuts the deficit to 7. I love Kyle, man. Here comes Alec Bohm. And the pitch that he takes is inside for a ball. Our secret is get some confident, scrappy on-base percentage players that can start rallies rather than flail at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Bohm, way inside for ball 2. Larry's never seen me this discouraged. It's true. I usually hold it together pretty well. 2 balls, no strikes. And the windup end, the next pitch to Bohm. And this one's popped up over towards shallow left field. Clement gets under it and makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Hey, sound effects. Yep. Sound effects. Let's hope for a rally. Come on, man. Let's go. I can only hope for an epic losing streak that cost Rob his job, says Larry. Two outs. A runner on at first. And Castellanos is up at the plate. He's 2 for 2 today. Had a bloop double. And also single was last time up. First pitch was way inside. They tried to see if he went around. Did he go? No. Tower Soderstrom just crushed a grand slam. It is cold. 1-0 pitch. Line drive, base hit, and Castellanos gets his 3rd hit of the ball game. Schwarber will stop over at second base. And Castellanos gets on again. All right. Let's go. Hit those runs home. All right, let's go. Charge! Phillies have base runners over at first and second base. And Max Kepler is coming up. White batting gloves for Max. And the pitch is inside for ball 1. Can't just get 1 run here. You got to get more. Got to get more. One pitch. That's fouled right off of the foot of Kepler. I have no expectations whatsoever, unfortunately, says Court of First Fruit. One ball, 1 strike to Kepler. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And time called by Heineman. Need at least 3 runs? You mean 3 more runs or 3 runs total? One pitch to Kepler. There's a ground ball hit over to shortstop. Bichette picks it up, throws it over to first. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies do get a run back on an RBI single by Kyle Schwarber. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Bichette will lead it off. One last time, I'll be right back. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-1 Blue Jays. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. We have 102 people on here watching. There's bichette, and he takes the pitch outside for a ball. Larry says, I'm just here for the trivia question. Seth Johnson's pitching. We're at 93 likes. Let's get to 100. Let's go. 1-0 pitch on the way. Foul ball. One ball, one strike. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. If we lose this series, we would have won only one of our last 5 games against 2 very average sides. Not ideal, is it? Nope. Not ideal at all. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johnson's pitching. Good sit above the belt. And the 1-2. Grounded over to short. Picked up by Turner. Throw over to first. In time for out number 1. Why not stick with Walker for more than 1 inning? Isn't that why he's in the pen? Great question, Larry. A very good question. Was he hurt? Here's Guerrero, and he'll ground this one over to second base. Stott picks it up, throws it over to first. And it's in time for out number 2. We're going to break this all down during the post-game show. We have a nice rant coming up. A very nice rant. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. 0-1. Line drive hit out towards left center field. And it's a base hit. Springer's going to go for 2. Marsh's throw to second base is off the line. And George Springer gets on with a double. A 2-out double. Walker hasn't pitched in a week, and yet only goes 1 inning. Crazy. Here's Alejandro Kirk, who's 2 for 3 on the afternoon so far. The pitch to Kirk. Foul ball. JJ, how do you feel about staying pat for the deadline? I feel trades won't be enough to push this team. That's what I'm saying. I'm starting to feel that right now. But you know what? Ask me when I'm level-headed, because to be honest with you, I sort of feel like patient today. If that makes sense. 1 ball, 1 strike. Over the top. I just feel like that there are fundamental flaws. I'm with you. Absolutely. A deadline is not going to put them over the top. Will it make them better? Yeah. But as our friend Mike says, it's still you're putting lipstick on a pig. And it's still a pig at the end of the day. 2 balls, 1 strike to Alejandro Kirk. The 2-1 is up high for ball 3. Luzardo could be tipping his pitches, but our coaching staff can't figure stuff out like that. He has to be, Larry. He has to be tipping his pitches. There's no way that he just fell off like that. There's no way. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Now, anything is possible with this organization, so I guess you really can't rule it out. But I would be... Part of me wouldn't be shocked, but I also just don't see how that's not the case. just from watching him. Looking at his body language. 3-2. This one's fouled away again. Yeah, my answer to your question now, Kwan, would probably be I'm with you that going to the trade deadline doesn't necessarily move the needle with all the moves. The pitch on the way, there's a ground ball based it out to right field. Springer's rounding third. It'll come on in the score. It's now 9-1, and the Blue Jays get that run back and lead it again by 8. And Seth Johnson gives up an RBI single. It's going to sound very pessimistic, but that run in 2022 was a major league moment. They were the Indians and had no chance and rose up to almost one win. I feel like that was their shot. We all do. We all do. The pitch, and this one's a fly ball. It's hit out over towards right field. And the catch is made for out number 3. And we're going to the top of the 7th. Actually, that's a lie. The run that they had in 2022 was awesome. Their real shot was 2023. You're up 2-0 in the series against the Diamondbacks. You put up 10 runs in game 2. Nothing was slowing them down. And all of a sudden, they beat themselves. They got into their own way. And not only did the bats go frigid, but then the Phillies went to a bullpen game with Christopher Sanchez on the hill. They don't go to a bullpen game there. They win. They win. They win if they don't go to that bullpen game. But because they did, that screwed up the whole entire bullpen. Kimbrel had to pitch more. I mean, I don't want to have to relive the past. But Sanchez could have went another 2-3 innings. And for some reason, he was just on an innings restriction that year. I will never forget when Rob pulled him after he was throwing a no-hitter. And he had 72 pitches. You don't do that. You just don't do that. That was during the regular season. But I'm saying that bullpen game changed everything. That was their shot. The pitch to Marsh. Foul ball. We got another $2 super chat from Chat Jack. Man. From the bottom of my heart, Jack, thank you. Seriously. 0-1. That's taken inside for a ball. Why would the Phils give Nola a no-trade clause? Don't know. They thought that he was so valuable just because of his postseason success. But that's my only thing that enters into my mind. Having a lot of brain freezes. I don't know what goes into their philosophy, but it's not an excuse. I appreciate it, Cass. I'll probably post a video about it later. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. And the 1-2 pitch is in there for a called strike 3. And Chris Bassitt now with 6 strikeouts. Phillies losing in 2023 in the NLCS was the worst. I felt like that they could have beaten the Rangers. Absolutely. again, it just came down to a bullpen game. That messed everything up. Here's Rafael Marchand. And the pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. And then, of course, we go back to Game 7 with Rojas up with the bases loaded in the third inning. That too. But it should have never gotten to that point because the bats just failed and the manager failed too. You're putting a baby in a position to come up and play hero ball. That's inexcusable. Your other guy should have stepped up, and he shouldn't have batted in that spot too. And to rely solely on him, no. One ball, 2 strikes to Rafael Marchand. The pitch. He's taken in the dirt for ball 2. Dallas is here. What's up, Dallas? How are you? 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the top of the 7th. 9-1 Jays. Bassitt gets set just below the letters. 2-2 pitch. This one's bounced towards the right side. Second baseman Schneider has it. Throws it over to first. And there's 2 away. Orioles won in overtime last night. Suck it, Panthers. I saw it. I saw it. Two outs. There's Bryson Stott. The pitch, it's a curveball. It's in there for a called strike. Mets are winning 4-1 against the Dodgers. Oh, 1 swing and a miss. Hey, we saw Wong come back today. We saw the Diamondbacks come back against the Braves. Huh? 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 The ball's 2 strikes. And the pitch is taken down and in for a ball. Jack, seriously, thank you so much for all the super chats today. I really do appreciate it. I don't know if you saw me say that, but you know, I might not see eye to eye with you on things, but I really, truly appreciate your support for the channel. 1-2 pitch. It's down for ball 2. Just another 3-hit game for Jacob Wilson. I really want that guy at short. 2-2. Another foul ball. What's it going to take for the Phillies to get Jacob Wilson from the Athletics? Anyone excited for the NBA Finals tonight? I am excited. I'm very excited. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. And the pitch, line drive, caught by Vladdy. And we're going to the bottom of the 7th. 9-1 Toronto. And stretch time out at the Rogers Center. Okay. It's time for your Philadelphia Phillies trivia question of the day. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. The National League approved a new franchise for Philadelphia to begin play in which year? What year? I probably should have asked it a better way. What year did the Phillies begin their franchise? Put it to you that way. What year did the Phillies begin their franchise? What year did the Phillies begin their franchise? 1883. Good job. Very good job. Good stuff. Nice job. David says 1883. Larry says 1883. I want us all to be winners today because this team is filled with non-winners today. So I wanted it to be something that was easy. Good job to both of you. Here's the pitch to Schneider. There's a fly ball. It's hit out over towards right field. It's carrying. It's going back over towards the warning track. Castellanos has room, and he'll make the catch. That was, they need to forecheck better. Springer, Kirk, Clement, Schneider, and Straw combined today. 8 hits and 17 at-bats. The pitch, the Straw. It's a fastball right down the heart and soul of the plate. 102 likes, let's go. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch, ground ball, it's hit over to third base. Bohm spins, turns, throws it over to first, and there's out number 2. Dallas, you should stay on to hear a rant. You should. Grab your popcorn, Dallas. So Seth Johnson's pitching 2 innings, and not Taijuan Walker. Blue Jays are tied with the Rays. They're both 5.5 games behind the Yankees. And they're 32-29. Pitch. That's a pie. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball. It's hit over to first base. Harper has it. Flips it over towards the pitcher. Seth Johnson, who goes to cover the bag, and there's out number 3. We're heading to the 8th inning. 9-1. Toronto. Sorry, dude. I have to run to my massage. All good. You can check it out later. I'll post a video of it later. I'll have it on my channel. All right, one more break. Be right back. All right, we're going to the top of the 8th. Turner, Harper, and Schwarber are due up in the batting order for Philadelphia. Mason Flaherty is going to be pitching for the Blue Jays. Left-handed pitcher, 3.33 ERA, in 24 innings of work. Turner's up, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. Shibby, you're the man. The 1-0. It's up high. Excuse. Turner has never faced Flaherty before. 2 balls, no strikes. And the windup in the next pitch. And he'll get the call there for strike 1. Well, at least we're not the Minnesota Twins. They're getting absolutely murdered 12-1. 2-1 pitch. There's a grounder. It's rolled over to short. Bichette picks it up, throws it over to first. It's in time. But the Twins have put up 26 runs in their last 3 games. So it's a little bit different. Here's Bryce Harper with no batting gloves. 1 out, and the pitch to Harper. Foul ball. Orioles lead at 4-3 out in Seattle. Cal Raleigh hit another home run. That's his 24th of the season. He's in first. And he's also now 6th in RBI and 4th in OPS. The pitch, swing and a miss. Counts 0-2. Harper today 0 for 3. The windup and the next pitch, and Harper fouls it off. Bryce hitting just .263. He has 9 homers and 34 RBI. 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Bryce is down on strikes yet again. Sweeper, sweeper, sweeper. Oof. Two up, 2 down. In the top of the 8th. Schwarber's up. And takes a sweeper again. That's in there for strike 1. Got to also mention that Baltimore has Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman, who have both homered. 0-1 delivery. They try to see if he went around. Did he go? He did. Those bird feathers? No. I was looking to see if they showed a close-up of the mound. 0-2 pitch. And Schwarber says no thank you to the sweeper. It's low and outside for a ball. Timeout called by Flaherty. And he's going to talk to Hindman here. Dylan Cease got hit by a 104-mile-per-hour line drive. And he's still out there. Right off of his right arm. 1-2 pitch. It's low and away for ball 2. Giants have a 3-2 lead. They're hosting the Padres. Two pitch. High for ball 3. Jackson Merrill's facing Robbie Ray now. Machado hit his 350th career homer. The payoff pitch to Schwarber, swing and a miss, and we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. 9-1, Blue Jays. 1 run, 5 hits for the Phillies. Cal Raleig's 24 homers are 3 more than any other primary position catcher in his team's first 61 games of a season. That is impressive. I'll be honest. I didn't know if Cal Raleigh was going to turn on into a good ball player. I've been wrong about Cal. He's good. He's really good. And J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez, I know that he's only 24, and he's starting to piece it together, but he's starting to get hot again is what I'm trying to say. He's really been underwhelming. He had a terrible April. The month of May started to heat up towards the end. He's carrying that into June, but just hasn't really overall been a good year for him. But last year he struggled too. He had 20 homers and 68 RBI and 567 at-bats. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Shibby says, I believe. Scott says, I'm keeping the faith. Very nice. $106 likes. I'm happy that we got over the 100 marker. Addison Barger, I think, is gonna hit. There's Wes Wilson who's gonna pitch, and the pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. I'm so done with the position players pitching. At that point, just wave the towel. Just wave the towel. It's so corny. 2 balls, 1 strike. It is so corny. 2-1 pitch. It's taken down. Is it 2 balls, 1 strike? It is. Sorry. This pitch is inside for ball 3. Just throw in the white towel. Three-one. Strike 2. JJ's carrying the fire. I have really appreciate you guys are staying on here for this. 3-2. Fly ball. Hit out towards center field. Marsh is there. Makes the grab. 1 out. We got a nice rant after this. Oh, just you wait. Grab your popcorn. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball. Goes out of play. Rob is the 7th Canadian-born manager to manage a major league club and the 2nd ever with the Phillies. The first was Arthur Irwin. I didn't know that. This pitch is going to be flat out towards right center field. It'll drop in for a base hit. And Barger gets on with a single. We got you, team leader. Yeah. I'm ready for this rant, dude. Vladdy's up. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. Vladdy not wearing any batting gloves. In the 0-1, it's popped up a mile high towards medium depth left field. Kepler's there. Makes the grab. And there's 2 outs. Oof. Ay, ay. Ugh. So 2 up, 2 down. A yawner. There's this Rodin that's up to bat. He'll take a strike. Alan Rodin. Just hitting 171 on the season. We'll line the 0-1 over to third base. And Al Bohm makes the catch. Last chance for the Phillies. 9-1 is the score. Toronto. And Bohm will lead off the top of the 9th. Edman, Hernandez, and Conforto are coming up in the Dodgers game. Dodgers scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd after Pete Alonso hit another home run. Folks, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. I made sure that I gave you guys memberships today because, again, this is pure loyalty. It really is. This is pure loyalty. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Excuse me. Sorry. How long has this game been going on? 2.5 hours. 2 hours and 15 minutes, really. And it's been like 2 hours, 20 minutes. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's funny. I'm ready for this all-timer. I'm ready to explode. I'm ready. David's ready. Eric Swanson is going to pitch the 9th inning. Williams says, I'm always here. Appreciate you guys. Rojas is going to pinch hit. And he takes the first pitch in there for a strike. I'm sure he is going to go off. As he should. Oh, 1 pitch. Ground ball. It's hit over towards first base. And there's out number 1. Casco says, I don't think I'm loyal. I think you are, actually, man. I think you're entertaining. I'm being entertained. So I stick around. The star is you, my boy. Don't make me blush. I'm telling you that the silence is a golden. Because you're going to be in for a treat. 1 out. And here's Edmundo Sosa. The pitch is taken a little bit down low for a ball. Now, I do have to let you know, after this game is done, I also am taking phone calls. I I do take phone calls. 610-314-0844. Let me get everything off my chest first, and then I will be taking phone calls. And we'll have like a little 2-minute break just from, the segue of the end of the game to post game. Give me 2 minutes. And then all is up for grabs. This isn't just a smile. Just smiling away, boys. That's from the Penguins of Madagascar. Who got the one run? Kyle Schwarber had the RBI single. 1-1. Fouled away. I feel like I should have crickets on in the background. Yeah, we in this, the good and the bad times. For sure. 1-2. Ground ball. It's hit over to shortstop. Bichette has it and throws it over to first. And it's in time. That was actually not Bichette. They put Ernie Clement over at short. Shante says, of course he got the run. Of course he got the run. Yep. Here's the pitch to Kepler. It's up high for a ball. Ay, ay, ay. 102 people on here watching. Stay here. Do not leave. Do not leave. 1-0 pitch. It's up high for ball 2. Do not leave. 2-0. That's outside for ball 3. Three-0 pitch. It's in there for a strike. Dallas isn't here rubbing it in. Dallas isn't really like that. Dallas is a good person, Plus, she had an appointment. 3-1 pitch. Popped up. It's hit out over towards shallow center field. Who's going to get there? Center fielder calls off the second baseman, makes the catch, and finally, the game is over. All right. 9-1 is the score. The final score of this one here. And you can just toss that one in the trash can. All right. If you're not going to stay on, that's cool. That's fine. If you don't want to hear what I'm about to spew, that's cool. All I ask is just to hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And thank you so much for sticking this one out. Again, from the bottom of my heart, this game, this was probably the worst game that they've played this year. This was the worst game that they've played this year. I don't care what anybody says. Everything that they put out there today was absolute garbage. And you guys deserve an award for sticking this one out. You do. Give me 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And I will be right back. All right? I need to breathe. I need to get up. I need to get my thoughts together. And then again, we're going to be taking on. We are going to be taking phone calls. Everything is up for grabs today. Everything is up for grabs today. Rob, everybody, Dombrowski, everybody's up for grabs today. All right, three minutes, and I will be right back. Not the 17-2. This was the worst. 17-2 is really bad too. But this, we'll dive on into it. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, 3 minutes, and then we'll be back on.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
joke. What an absolute joke of a baseball team. I was here for 17-2. I was here for some of the mollywops that this team has had to experience this year. I have never, ever lost my cool during a baseball game on here. I'm usually very well-tempered. I'm usually the guy that plays doctor during a game. I lost it. I lost it. It takes a lot to break me. It takes a lot to shatter me. A lot. This team today just took it to a whole nother level. They took it to a whole nother level. Shut up about their record. 37-25. If I have to see the bats just be this inconsistent again, I'm going to throw up. Luzardo was tipping his pitches. Let's call it what it is. Jesus Luzardo today was tipping his pitches. Every single Blue Jay just knew what he was going to throw. They could see it. He was showing his cards. How does your manager not understand when to take the man out? How does Max Kepler out in left field not run for that ball? And on the other side, how does Trey not catch the ball? The ball was literally hit right into the glove. Catch the damn ball. I feel like I'm staring into Rob Thompson's soul right now. They need help. They need help. 5 hits. 1 run. Your pitcher allows 8 earned runs. Now, let's be fair. It should have just been 6. Because they should have scored that in air on Trey or Max, however you want to call it. Stott makes an error over at second. They call it an infield single. Again, that was not an easy play, but Stott usually makes that play. I cannot stand watching this defense. The defense really broke me. It did. I'm watching all of these mishaps on the defensive side. I think that this is probably the worst defensive Phillies team I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm really not. Alec Boehm's not even your weak link defensively. Trey Turner can't defend for a lick. He's so bad on defense. I'm at the point where I want a new shortstop defensively, just because that guy can't field a ground ball. He'll put the glove down way too far, or when there's a one hopper, the glove is going to be too high. Okay, sure, Bobby Dickerson has to go over these things during practice, but again, you got to catch the ball. Catch the damn ball. Communicate with Max Kepler. You got to make that catch. You're not an outfielder, dude. You're not an outfielder. You got to make the catch. Marsh yesterday has to make the damn catch. Every game, we see 2 or 3 errors, and I'm sick of it. It's not just on the players. It's on the manager. It's on the coaching staff. It's on everybody. They're so slow. They're slow in the outfield. Everybody has brain farts. Everybody on this team has brain farts. It's unacceptable. And then Trey's going to say, I already hear what Trey's going to say in this press conference. I got to be better. I can't let my team down. I've heard it all, dude. You're getting paid $300 million. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Luzardo today. Again, his second bad outing in a row. I'm not happy. I didn't think he pitched well at all today. But I'm more just absolutely disgusted with the management of this team for not pulling him out of the game when they recognize that there's a problem. I don't even know if they recognize that there's a problem. I think that they just leave him out there and they just let him pitch because they're like, well, let's just see if he can get the next out here. Let's see if he can get the next out here. Then we're going to wait. He'll get there. They are so blind. I've never seen a team just with all the alarms, with all the red flags that go on during a game. They are just so still. They're naive. You were not supposed to lose 2 out of 3 to this team. The philosophies for hitting are the same. They struggle with the off-speed pitches. That second inning, Bohm ahead in the count 2-0. Schwarber ahead in the count 2-0. Kepler ahead in the count 2-0. And they give away the damn at-bats. It's a Kevin Long problem. And there's no adjustments with their philosophy. They go out there with the same exact game plan over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Nothing's going to change. We knew that this was going to be a problem heading on into the season with the coaching staff, with the lack of outfielders that they got, with the lack of talent that they got. They stuck to their plan. They were so stubborn about it, and this is what you get. Didn't get a lot of base runners today, but hey, still left 6 guys on base, and you were 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They still find a way to do that because that's the Phillies for you. That is the Phillies for you. I swear, some of these guys, like, gosh. There's so much dysfunction with this team. It's so frustrating because now we don't even know. Some people were saying, well, the Phillies have the talent. Well, do they? Do the Phillies really have the talent? I love Kyle Schwarber. I love Bryce Harper. Even that alone is not enough. I'm not happy with Luzardo today. He has to be better. He does. And it sounds like I'm scapegoating him. No, I'm not. The most frustrated I was today, again, was with the coaching staff and just with the lack of heart. They don't show fight. They don't show discipline. They don't have an edge to them. I heard John Johnson say that the other day on the radio, and he said, when they talked about Bryce Harper getting hit, he said that for the first time, he realized this team doesn't have an edge, and he's 1,000% correct. You would think that if Bryce went down with an injury, that's your guy. That's your leader. Next man up mentality. Remember how a couple years ago, during that 2022 season, when Bryce Harper did go down with that elbow injury and he had to miss a little bit of time, the team did fine. We actually gave credit to the team for doing a good job at finding the holes and executing. There's no sense of urgency. There's no willingness to get better. There's no Mamba mentality. They don't have that. And even if they bring in a guy during the deadline to help out with the lineup, it still isn't enough. Because again, can one guy change everything? No. They could get a new manager. They could get a new they could get a new manager. They could get a couple of more relievers, and they could get an outfielder, and yet you still have a hole at shortstop. You still have a hole at third base. You still have a hole in center field. We don't just need one outfielder, guys. We need two. I've never felt this before. I've never felt this just bitterness. Like this absolute anger. I haven't felt this in a very long time. And I never, ever would have thought that even going into this year that I would feel like this during this moment in time. It's disgusting. This is not the baseball that we signed up for watching. If I have to watch Trey Turner make another error at shortstop, I am gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. I even have goosebumps. We cannot be Chris Bassitt. I said coming into this game, don't expect a lot of runs. I did say that. You can go check the tape. And I hate to say that I was right because I was hoping I'd be wrong. Bassitt has the Phillies number. And the reason why, again and again and again, is because he recognizes, well, let me try to go to my off-speed pitches even when I'm ahead in the counts because these guys are just going to chase. These guys are going to be fooled by these pitches. And as long as we don't throw them fastballs down the middle, the only real fastball that they got was from the RBI single that was hit by Schwarber. They gave away, I think I lost track, but there were 6 different at-bats where they were ahead in the count, 2-0. According to my knowledge, and I could be wrong about this, but I counted 6 times that they just gave away at-bats. It's disgusting. I can't emphasize this enough. I want to go up to somebody and just, as weird as it sounds, give someone a hug. Because I feel so angry. And the fact that I know, I signed up for this. We all did. We all did. And we're all feeling this. But this one hurts. This one really stinks. The 17-2 game, it didn't break me. Now, why didn't it break me? Good question. Good question. I think it was because they probably pulled together a good stretch of wins. I'd have to go back, and I'd have to look at the reference as to why that game was fine. But I feel like when you think about this, the context matters. They've lost 6 of their last 7 games. 6 of their last 7. You follow up a 2-1 loss yesterday with this. You had no fight, no poise, no team morale. I'm watching Rob Thompson just chew his gum. Did you hear me give Caleb Cotham a round of applause when he finally went out there to go talk to Jesus Luzardo? The line that sticks out to me is that one from Angels in the Outfield where the announcer says, "It's about time." They waited that long, 4-0, bases loaded, in the bottom of the second to go out there and have their first convo with Luzardo. What are we doing? What's going on? Are you not watching the game? Are your eyes in the books and not watching what's going on the field? Are you paying attention? Is anyone paying attention? Legit questions. And you know what? The radio stations, as much as I love them, as much as I like the TV stations, okay, they're not gonna come at you like this. Like, they're not gonna really dive into the nitty-gritty with this type of stuff and really give you how they truly feel. And that is the blessing about being on this platform, is that there's nothing that's unfiltered, right? This is raw emotion without the cursing. I look at the 37-25 record, and I'm like, they should be, with the way that we're talking, they should probably be last in the division. And again, I don't like this feeling. I'm usually the optimistic guy. Do you know how weird it is for me to feel this way? Do you know how much it takes for me to just break down like this during the middle of a game? I'm usually so good at it. And they just found a way to just get me over the top where I just said I couldn't take it anymore. They don't communicate on defense. And they have all this technology out there that's supposed to help them with communicating. It's not even just with the defensive guys on the infield and in the outfield, but it's also supposed to be the catcher with the pitcher. Marchand today did not get on the same page with Jesus Luzardo as well. That was also a problem too. Not telling you that they would have won this game with JT, but some of the blame, and no one's going to really talk about it, also has to go on Rafael Marchand because he's called a terrible game today. He called a bad game. Luzardo pitched a bad game. The Phillies played a bad game. All those things are true, and true. Joe Ross is going to start for the Phillies on Friday. I don't even give a damn. But that's what Matt Gelb said. He said Matt Gelb said that Rob said that Ross is going to go, that he could go 2 innings on Friday, and that the Phillies will have a bullpen game. I don't even care. I don't give a damn. This is inexcusable. And it's not their first rodeo doing this. They've had times where they just don't show any sort of life. And the fact that we've seen it so much this year, it is, again, it makes you want to go, and it makes you want to bang your head on the desk. It does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I'm taking phone calls. But my gosh, this one just tore my heart out. I have to go back to that play where Kepler and Trey had that pop out. And again, how the freak does MLB not rule that an error? The fact that that's ruled as a single is such a disgrace to the game. That doesn't even matter at this point, but, you know, it's just so sad. It's so sad. They put up 3 runs in their last 25 innings. Disgusting. And they allowed how many? 11. Sickening. I will read your text messages. And again, if you guys want to come on in, you can. You can call in 610-314-0844. I'm sure I have a lot more fuel in the tank. But I'm more so not even just angry. I'm sad. I'm really sad. This is dark. It's gloomy. Had you on playing, but I didn't have my earbuds and couldn't just watch and ignore this conversation. Everything's on the table. Everything is on the table today. You talk about Rob, you talk about Caleb, you talk about Kevin Long, you talk about Dave Dombrowski. Everybody in this organization deserves all the blame in the world today. Your frustrations are valid. Your anger is understandable. You should, even Nick Castellanos today, yeah, 3 for 3. I don't care. I don't care. And you know why I don't care? Because he's not out there firing the team up. He's not out there, showing passion. Like he'll walk up to the plate and then he'll just smile when he gets on with a double. I'm sorry. Your team is down by 8 runs and yet we're smiling? No. Are you watching the game? Do you see that the Phillies are losing by 8 runs and that you're happy that you get on with a single? It's deeper than just what you guys think. It's so much deeper. All they can do is try and get this mess out of their heads and get ready for tomorrow, says Crawley. Yeah. Bullpen game tomorrow. And yet, I'm going back to my monologue for a second. Okay. Your manager, your freaking manager, says, you know what? We're going to go to a bullpen game tomorrow. Taijuan Walker pitched 1 inning today. The goal was to put Taijuan Walker in the freaking bullpen to have him go 3 to 4 innings. He pitched fine. There was no discomfort, nothing like that. He was pitching good for that 1 inning. So if you knew that you were going to have a bullpen game tomorrow, why the heck is he not pitching for 4 innings today? Can somebody explain that to me? How come he doesn't go 3 to 4 innings today, knowing that the manager is going to go to a bullpen game tomorrow? Or why even pitch today? We're not going to get the answers. It's stupid. Just had to put that out there too. They're not going to be straightforward with you. They don't call it like it is. But I thought that was absolutely a boneheaded mistake by the manager. And he won't pitch tomorrow. Watch. Watch, he won't pitch tomorrow. Trey should have caught it, but that was Kepler's ball. Absolutely, it was Kepler's ball. But you're getting paid $300 million, and you can't make that catch, and you're right there. And again, Trey hasn't had these issues. It's not the first time. If that was his first time, I would say yes, of course. You know, give him grace. Every freaking game, he puts up an error. Every freaking game. And even if it's not looked upon as an error, there's a mistake. He'll bobble the ball. I don't trust him throwing the ball over to first. Do you? He's a target, as he should be. Even if you bench somebody at this point, what are you doing? We saw them bench Alec Bohm last year. What good did that do? What good did that do, this team? Nothing. You could bench Brandon Marsh. It's not helping the team. I'm sorry. I wish it was as simple as that. Even if you bench like 3 to 4 players, I'm coming to the realization now, you could do those things, but yet it's just like you're watching a ship sink. They don't communicate on fly balls. Remember the time Rojas stood there looking at the left fielder while the ball literally landed on his foot? Oh, yeah, that was against the Cubs. How could I forget about that? How could I forget about that? I really don't know what they do during batting practice. With the hitting coaches, I don't know what they do. I feel like that they just let these guys do whatever they want. There's no discipline. And again, I don't cover the team. Okay, like I'm not there in batting practice. But one has to question what really is going on when there's batting practice, when they're doing drills. Are they doing drills? Like I'm at the point where anything is possible. Anything. Are they fielding ground balls? Are they going over signs? Everything is in question here. Everything. This coaching staff is abysmal all the way around. Preston Mattingly is just ahead. Preston Mattingly, when he came on in, he was the president of the scouting department. We all loved that move. They get rid of Sam Fold. They put Preston in charge. Preston is ahead. He's just a face. Everything is Dave Dombrowski. Everything that you're seeing is Dave Dombrowski. Whether it's a move or what it is. If I was the coach, I'd be breaking bats right now in the locker room, says Eagles 1977. And again, that might not even be enough. Yes, we saw that Rob coming on in for Joe certainly did help. Does this team even have the talent? I really think that that's a legit question. JT is not who he once was. I was fine when they got rid of Reese Hoskins because I thought they were still going to get production from JT. And Bryce was going to play first, and you didn't need a first baseman. Because you still had power in the lineup. You still had protection around Bryce. You don't have protection around Bryce, and not only that, but Bryce can't even protect himself. Period. I quit listening to post-game interviews for that reason, says Steve. It's not authentic. It's not real. It's all making the brand look good. That's what they care about. And in times like this, it sucks. I could be wearing a suit and a tie. Not saying that that's a bad thing. Wearing a suit and tie is nice. And actually, I think I would look good in a suit and a tie on the air. But I'm saying I could be doing that all the time and just make you think that everything is rosy, everything is fine, everything is happy, great. It's not. You would actually lose a lot of respect for me because I'm not really giving it my actual opinion. And I'm lying to you. And I'm lying to myself. I wonder how many Phillies are playing golf right now. Oh, they're going to get on the plane and they're just going to play cards. They are. They're not going to have these heart-to-heart conversations. And you know what? You gotta. I question all those things. You have to question these things. Okay, and again, we don't follow them. I'm not an insider. I'm not. But you have to speculate. With what you see on the field, it translates off the field. I thought that the whole goal was to win games. I thought that the whole goal was to rake the baseball and put a team together that had championship aspirations. Does this look like a championship team to you? Does this look like a playoff team to you? What do you see from your eyes? I just saw that we got a call 2 minutes ago. I will actually give this person a call back. I will do that. Okay. Let me get this guy on. Because this guy's been waiting very patiently to call on in. Yo, you're on Play-by-Play with JJ.
Hey, what's up, JJ? Thanks for taking my call finally.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't have my ringer on. I apologize. But how you feeling?
Well, first off, my friend, we can't talk smack about Castellanos. It's not his fault that he's getting on base after having 2 outs. He's just not in the right spot in the rotation. not his fault.
I understand.
Other players got to do their jobs. They have to get on base. They have to, not swing at balls. They just got to get on base.
Yep. I just don't understand. I mean, yes, like when you look at everybody's jobs, like when you look at Dave's job, when you look at like every single person's role, just from like the bigger heads.
Yeah.
Obviously, like obviously they're all failing, but I look at Trey and I'm just thinking to myself, how the heck defensively? How is he just this bad?
Yeah, he's having his defensive struggles. I know it's still early in the season, my friend, and we have a lot of time to work these things out. With our Phillies, our boys, they seem to work it out eventually. I have a lot of faith in Trey. He's streaky, but he's hitting the ball real well, and eventually, he'll fix these errors. As for the outfield, though, you're absolutely right. Like, center field is such a problem for us. We got to get that sorted out. And we got to switch up the rotation.
Yep.
We don't need Stott, starting off our lineup. He doesn't need to be there. Let's go ahead and put Schwarbs back there, or even try Harper there. Like, let's get Harper going, getting more at bats, because he's in a little bit of a slump. But ultimately, my friend, let's walk off the ledge. We're in second place. No big deal. I know it sucks to lose 2 series in a row, but we have to have faith in the Phillies, and we're the fighting souls, and we're going to be just fine, my friend. Like,
I really
cut them a little bit of slack.
Yeah, I really appreciate this, because usually, again, like I'm usually a guy that's very like level-headed, but I feel like
absolutely, like
this is a weird spot for me to be in. So it's actually really nice to have other people, have these types of thoughts, because like I could absolutely use that. And so I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you very
anytime,
much.
my friend. And I just want to thank you for doing these live streams. Because I live in South Carolina, so I don't get the live games all the time. So it's great to have you in the background and letting me know what's going on in real time.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right, call back anytime.
Appreciate you too, pal.
Yep.
All right, pal.
All right, take it easy. Bye. W call, man. It was. Look, I wish I would give anything to have, a positive look, especially with the Trey Turner stuff. I don't see that changing. He's shown you that this is who he is. What other evidence do you need? But I still, again, like I was just telling the caller, like this feels weird for me. It does. But it's nice to know that other people can pick you up, even like when you're feeling like this. And that's the beauty of sports. Didn't I tell you every time to him it's him and it makes my stomach turn? It's not defense or offense. It's a team-wise disease, says Larry. Yeah, it's like that they have like just a contagious disease out there, and I can't explain it. I can't. I wish it was just the defense. I wish it was just the bullpen. It's not. It's not. If it was just, even if it was just the bullpen, we could still say, hey, our starting pitching is great, and our bats have been going for us. It's not as simple as that. It's just not. If it was just the bullpen, I would say, you know, we have a chance. It's not just the bullpen anymore. Like, it's everything. No pride nor dignity. Rob doesn't know his team, says Crowley. I don't even know if Dave knows the team. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to go here. But you know who's been kind of quiet? And I've given this guy a lot of praise for going after the big contracts, for being willing to spend the money. The guy that's gone a little bit quiet is John Middleton. It's weird. The lack of pride and care is what bothers me. Once again, I can forgive bad losses, but the lack of effort is unforgivable. Yes, that's the thing that I'm trying to pinpoint. That's what I'm trying to say. The 17-2 loss didn't really... I was mad about that. The 17-7 loss. But that was because... I didn't feel that way just because they went on a nice winning streak. And I thought that they would bounce back the next day. I thought that maybe that they would come back and show a little bit of heart because they were, even though I was just feeling a little bit optimistic for like whatever the heck it was worth. That wasn't necessarily like a game where, yes, they threw in the towel. But even some of the players were showing a sign of life. Today, nobody showed a sign of life. Not a single guy. Except Castellanos. And he's right. And I vented about Casti. But that was just because I used him as a target because I'm mad at the whole team. Casti was far from the problem today. But again, he is who he is. He's inconsistent. Mikey Miss will also light them up. Don't worry, says Steve. You're right. He's probably the only one. He's the only one. It's the fact that they didn't look angry. It's the fact that their body language, their tone, just says, all right, on to the next one. There's no pulse. There's no heartbeat. JJ, what do you think about the Pirates series? At this point, David, I could care less about the Pirates series. With all due respect. I could care less. Right now, I'm just marinating in this. I'm just letting this rain all over me, shower all over my brain. I can't even think about the Pirates. Can't even think about tomorrow. They're just not playing to the record, says Shante. They're not. They have an identity crisis. Larry's right, there's no culture. Like, they have a culture issue. They do. They get into their heads. They think to themselves, well, we got to play small ball, and we got to do it to, like, the fullest degree. That's flawed. Because they don't know how to do it the right way. And you know what? The teachers that have been in the league for a while, it's not that Rob Thompson doesn't know how to play small ball. He's been with the Yankees for so long. They just don't do it. They're stuck in their own ways. I go back to spring training. Remember when they said, yeah, we're not going to practice bunting with Johan Rojas until week 3. You know how many times Rojas bunted after week 3 of spring training? 2. 2 times. He lied. He said that we're going to work on that a lot. And I actually gave him the benefit of the doubt. And I said, okay. And then I said 2 words. Show me. Fool me once. Fool me twice. Fool me 3 times. And that's how you know I'm a psycho. As a regular 9-to-5 employee, I've seen people slack off. I've never seen an entire organization take a vacay for no reason. And they're not just taking a vacay day, Cass. It's been a vacay week. I gotta call it like it is. Even if these guys were on my show. You have to question these things. I can't just be everybody's friend. I have to ask the tough questions. Because guess what? You're being disloyal. You're being dishonest with the people that buy your damn product. JJ's like the Phillies' dad. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I'm irate. I'm ashamed. Still believe we can win this game. Again, calling into the show, folks. Phone number's right there, 610-314-0844. I feel like we're talking about the elephants in the room, and they're not even doing that. Larry's right. It's an identity crisis. They don't have a culture. They don't have a clubhouse essence. Rob sticks to his rules. Walker pitches today. Can't pitch tomorrow. This means tomorrow is Hernandez. Ross for probably 2 innings. Banks, good luck with that. I don't care if you're playing the Pirates. Again, I said I wouldn't even focus on the series right now because, again, I just... I've never felt like this. When are the players going to step up and have it out in the locker room? You know what it is? It's a game of, what's that game where you make the first move? It's not cat and mouse. It's, oh my gosh, what's that game called? Who blinks first? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Can you think of the word? I can't think of the word. No slack, none of that noise. What's up, halftime? How you doing, man? There's more heart shown on playground baseball than this team is showing. How can I get better? Something else that I actually gave Max Kepler praise for is when he grounded into that double play. Back in the Washington series, he stayed after he took extra batting practice. I better here today. I'm going to stay after and I'm going to take extra fielding practice after not calling off Trey on that fly ball. But he won't. He won't. Where are the leaders for 2 years now? Turner, Harper, Nola are all making huge money, giving zero leadership. Just pay me, baby, says John. No one's stepping up. It's a game. Chicken. That's what it is. If somebody did say that, I appreciate it. Chicken. Juan said it. Chicken. And I didn't even look at his comment. And yet it just came to me. But Quan, thank you. Chicken. It's a game of chicken. Who's going to make the first move? Which domino is going to fall first? That's what it is with this team. Imagine if the Phillies were on Hard Knocks. Like what the Giants did last year with the Saquon Barkley thing. I feel like that the conversations that would go on with Dave and with Rob would be the same exact way that it would go on with these players, with this organization here. They all knew, right? Like Saquon knew that they were going to let him go, and they were just beating around the bush. They're afraid of confrontation. They're afraid of that. They're scared. I still believe we can win this game. It's hilarious. It is funny. Was Rhys Hoskins more than just a bat? Maybe we didn't realize he was an important voice in the locker room. Yeah. That was another reason why I wanted to bring Rhys back, was because I thought that he did bring a culture to this team. Now, Kyle Schwarber was supposed to bring culture too. But again, it's not just one guy. Now, Gene also was a leader too. Let's remember that. Gene and Rhys were very vocal. Not saying bring back Gene. Not saying that at all. But it wasn't just Rhys that you lost to. And even when you lost the both of those guys, you still had the talent. 2023 was the year. You can't put the same product that you did last year and think you're going to get a different results this halftime. Running out of words to say, and I feel like I could talk about this a lot. I think that this was a good therapy session. We had to face it. And you know what? Shame on the media for not having these conversations. And you know, Darth Pooh actually messaged me last night, and I didn't see this. But the whole, you know, hitting Bryce Harper thing, you know, well, they hit Bryce, like, let's go after one of their guys. I'm sorry, that's childish. That's so childish. It's so childish, man. So everybody is being a child, it seems like. The fact that we have radio hosts talking about that, it's just so soft. You can make a statement without just knacking somebody. What a joke. But yeah. Do you think that this was successful? Let me know in the chat down below. Do you think that this was a good convo? I think that this was like one of our deeper post-game shows that we've had in a while. And I honestly wanted to wait until today just to see how the series played out. Yesterday I had to get up. I had to wake up early in the morning today. And I didn't want to have this convo. But I also wasn't going to wave the pom-poms either. Not saying that I was, but I wanted to see how the rest of this played out today in order for me to give you like an actual post-game show. You know? So, tell me in the chat if this was a productive convo and if this was one of our better rants or not. I didn't fully scream, but I think that today this was a productive one. We had to have these convos. We had to talk about it. When it rains, it pours. When there's smoke, there's fire. Larry says, I think I'm going to watch Game 5 of the 80 NLCS to go cheer myself up. Highly recommended. It's a good one. Shante says it was. Got a lot off your chest. Klon says, I think we all let out our frustrations with this team. Building throughout the season, it was building up. Yeah. Trio almost single-handedly won that game and got them to the World Series, says Larry. Yeah. Hey, man. All I can leave you with is this. We'll see how they do tomorrow. Okay? You take it one game at a time. No matter what. Obviously, still support this team. I still support this team, is what I'm saying. You can feel how you want to feel. But your frustrations are valid. There's no hiding from this. No way. I didn't even go through X's and O's. And sometimes I think I should. But it's actually nice to just decompress after a game like this. No, they need to pack the place and give them all standing O's. You heard me play the applause today for Caleb Cotham, right, Larry? What a joke. All right, I'm done. It's 6:30. Got to be back on at 8:30 for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I love you all, man. And again, for those of you that have been supporting us, you have no idea how much this means to me. I've been sacrificing a lot for this. And, yeah. Even the losing wouldn't bother me as much if they just showed some heart and fight. Yes. That ultimately is what the frustrating thing about today was. And I think that it's also just coming to the reality that there is no culture. Larry put that perfectly. That's the issue. Like, when you pinpoint the problem, it's not just the defense. It's not just the offense. It's a clubhouse mindset. We talk about the 93 team, and we talk about one word and one word only, and that's culture. There is none. They don't have the it factor. That, to me, is what the it factor is. You got to have a mindset. You got to have a culture. They don't have that. And I don't like the word it factor, but that, to me, is what the it factor is. It's a culture. It's a sense of embodiment of what the organization stands for. What does it mean to be a Philadelphia Philly? They don't have that. All right, love you all. See you tonight. All right? And yeah, I'll catch you all on the next one. Good night.